We're gonna go over fourth grade worksheet lesson 24. So recently my mic didn't work on my iPad, so I had to work it on my PC. So if there is any writing issue, then I am really sorry for that. But I'll try my best to write it as neat as I can. So let's just add decimals, okay? 2.6 and 1.3. And if we want to add decimals, then don't forget to line them up. So it'll be 2.6 plus 1.3. And if we line the decimals up, it'll be something like this, where your decimal just comes down and you just add basically. So it'll be 9 and 3. So the answer for number 1 is going to be 3.9. Oh, line eraser. Okay. Okay, number 2. So this one we have one number right after decimal, and then we have two numbers right after decimal. Well, if you write it like normally, it will be something like 6.3, right? And this is actually right, because if you look at your decimal places, your decimals are right here, which means that your decimal places are lined up. So what you're gonna do is just bring down the decimals and add them, which is 5 and 19. So the answer for number 2 will be 19.5. Okay, let's try number let's try number 10. So this time we have two number and then one number again, but the order got flipped because the last question only one number was at the first number, and then the second number had two number in front of decimal places. But still it's the same. So it'll be 14.2 plus 8.93. So if we normally write it, it'll be something like this, where your decimal point is right here, right? Because it is 8.93 and 14.2. But what you can notice is that one of the decimal point is at here, and then another decimal point is here. So since they don't line up, we can just bring down decimal points. Then, because if you just bring it down, then you'll have two decimal points at your answer. So what we have to do is the first setup, you can see that the decimal place is actually lined up. And then in this case, you can just bring down decimal as always and just add the numbers. So it'll be 3, sorry, 3, 1, 1 goes up, 5, right? 1 plus 4 is 5, plus 8 is 13. So it'll be 23.13. Okay, let's try number 12. So this time we don't have to worry about what line them up, because as you can see, if you just write it, the decimal places matched up. So just bring down the decimal and add them. It'll be 1, 0, 11. So it'll be 11.10, or just 1. Okay, subtraction of decimals. So you know in the first part we added, right? And one of the rules that you have to keep in mind is that you have to line the decimal places. And the same rule applies to subtraction, where you also have to line the decimal places, and then you can subtract. So let's go over some few more questions where we have to subtract 2.7 and 1.2. So the decimal places line up, so you're just gonna bring down decimal and just subtract, which is 15. So it'll be 1.5. Okay, let's try number 2. So you got 3.6 and 1.4. Okay, so the decimal places matches up. So decimal places are here, and you have, and then just subtract them. Will be 22, which is then your answer is gonna be 2.2. And the way to check your answer is when you add 1.2 and 1.5, then you should get 2.7. And if you add 1.4 and 2.2, you should get 3.6. Or if you subtract 2.7 and 1.5, you should get 1.2. And if you subtract 3.6 and 2.2, you should get 1.4. Okay. Let's try number 3. So you get 3.6 and 0.4. So 0.4 and 0.4 is different. 0.4 is equal to 4 and 0.4 is equal to 4 over 10, which is less than 1. So these two are very different. So as always, if you write it 3.6 minus 0.4 like this, then you'll get the wrong answer. Okay, and then notice your decimal places don't even line up. Just a reminder. Okay, just bring down your decimal places as always, and just subtract them, which is gonna be 3.2. So it'll be 3.2. Okay. Let's try number 11, and we'll try number 8 after. So you got 6.25 and 3.4. Again, if you write it 6.25 and 3.4 right here, then you get the wrong answer. Okay, and then since your decimal places line up, you can just bring down decimal and then subtract. So your 5 just comes out because 3.3 is same thing as 3.30. And then you borrow from 6, then it'll be 12 minus 3, which is going to be 9. And 5 minus 3 is equal to 2, so it'll be 2.95. Oh, 2.95 on number 11. Not number 8. Okay, if we try number 8, you get 14.7, and always it'll be 2.5 if you line the decimal places. So just bring down the decimal and subtract. It will be 2 and 12, which is 12.2. Okay, just checking my time. Okay, unit transfer should be very easy, or I generally recommend you to remember 1 through 4, because if you remember it, then the rest of the question should be just converting.